I just wanted to check in with you on something. So, about our wedding, are you really gonna come? Like, are you sure you want to do that? I mean, you must be super busy with your part-time job. It must be crazy exhausting to work fewer than 35 hours a week. And if I'm being really honest, I don't know if you would fit in at the wedding anyway. You're kind of, how can I put it, plain?
Well, Carol, thank you so much for taking the time out of your busy schedule to express your concerns. I'm sure you must be working far more than 35 hours a week getting ready for your wedding. But you don't need to worry about me. There's no part-time job in the world that could keep me from going to my own brother's wedding.
Man, it must really suck to have a part-time job, huh? If I was only working part-time at my age, I think I'd rather just tell people I was unemployed. And that reminds me, it is super weird that you have a husband like Sawyer.
Weird? Exactly what part of us being married is weird?
Well, you know, it's like Sawyer is so amazing, and you're so... you. I guess it kind of feels like a guy like Sawyer is wasted on a girl like you. He could do better, and not just a little bit better. We're talking leagues better.
All right, I've had enough of this. Carol, I do not appreciate you talking about me like that at all. You're being incredibly rude, and you need to knock it off. My relationship with Sawyer is between me and him. It doesn't involve you in any way.
Can you blame me, though? Anyone with eyes could see you two are a total mismatch. Sawyer is literally the perfect man. He's handsome, athletic, a hard worker. Exactly what did you do in order to land a catch like him? I've been racking my brain ever since I heard the news about you two, but it just doesn't make sense. I always thought you'd be much better off marrying someone more on your level.
Oh, do go on, Carol. Tell me all about what my level is.
Oh, I think you know what I mean. Sawyer should have come to me before settling for you. I would have been able to find him a much better wife than you.
Uh-huh. You mean a person more like you, am I right?
No, that's not what I'm saying at all. I deliberately did not say that. As for whether I'm thinking it or not, well, no comment. But since you mentioned it, I think you just might be onto something. Sawyer would be way happier with a stylish, sexy, charming woman like me. You have to agree with me on that point, right?
I can't say I've ever thought about how well you and my husband would do together, Carol. Seeing as though, you know, he's my husband. I'm also unsure why you would be bringing something like this up right now, since you're going to be marrying my brother soon.
I just can't help it. I feel so bad for poor Sawyer.
I'm so appalled by your honesty that I'm finding it hard to be offended by the way you're talking about me. It's only out of morbid curiosity that I ask. Why do you feel bad for him?
How could I not feel sorry for him being stuck with a boring woman working a part-time job for a wife? An incredible man deserves an incredible woman, and I am an incredible woman. We would be so great together, don't you think?
I'm really confused. What exactly does me working only part-time have to do with my appeal to my husband? Sawyer does do a lot for me, yes, but that's just a part of being married. We both help each other out. It's a mutually beneficial relationship. And not that I need to defend my marriage to you, but both of us are perfectly happy with each other.
What? I have, no idea what you're even talking about.
Yeah, I don't doubt that's the case. But it's alright, you don't need to understand anything about me and Sawyer. However, what you do need to understand is that my brother cares for you very much. I love my brother Carol. Please, don't do anything that would break his heart.
Okay, I see you're gonna go on one of your little goody two-shoes speeches again. Let me tell you what you need to understand. My wedding is my wedding. It's not your wedding or anyone else's. You get that? It's mine. And since it is my wedding, what I say goes. I say that I want my wedding to be perfect. So, if you're really planning on coming, you had better watch your act, Mandy. Read the room and all that.
Read the room? What are you talking about?
I love your brother just the same as you do and all, but honestly, I think Sawyer is a better fit for me. And maybe, just maybe, I haven't yet closed the door on that particular option. But hey, you can just keep going about your day, working your menial part-time job, and not having a care in the world.
I'll do that. Anyway, I'm willing to do whatever I can in order to make sure my brother finds the happiness he deserves. I hope that once we officially become family, you and I can find a healthy distance and stay on friendly terms.
As if I'd ever be on friendly terms with an ugly woman who has no fashion sense and works a lame part-time job.
I'll see you at the wedding, Carol. Have a nice day. So, how are things going with the wedding? Is everything going according to plan? Are you and Carol getting along all right?
Yeah, everything's going just fine. Carol's really excited too. She's constantly looking at different decoration options and other stuff and giggling away. It's cute to watch. And no, we aren't really having any problems to speak of. Why do you ask? Is there something in particular that you're concerned about?
No, it's nothing. Just thought I'd ask. I'm glad to hear that Carol is looking forward to the wedding. And, well, I guess there is something on my mind. She was texting me earlier today, and she said some things that were kind of concerning. But hey, if you're happy and she's happy, that's all that I want for you.
Huh. It's not like you to be so concerned about my relationship with Carol. And you say she said some concerning things? What sort of things?
Really, it's nothing for you to be worried about. It just seemed like she was kind of stressed out, that's all.
I think I know what you mean. She's pretty giddy most of the time, but from time to time she does kind of get overwhelmed by everything. And when that happens, well, she can lash out a bit. But it's nothing for you to be worried about. I know how to handle her when she's stressed.
Yeah, you have been dating for quite a while. I'm not really sure of what she's thinking most of the time, but I'm sure you two can practically finish each other's sentences. And it's like I said, all that I want is for you to be happy. If you say you're happy, then I'm behind you all the way. I'll try not to take what she says to me so seriously from now on.
Actually, can I be honest with you for a second? The truth is that she has been acting a little bit, I don't know, differently lately. Like she's being kinda cold to me all of a sudden.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it's like there's this weird distance in between us that hasn't been there up until recently. I've been thinking that maybe I've done something to hurt her, but yeah, I don't know.
Do you have any idea at all what might have caused it? Has she been doing anything or saying anything differently lately?
Yeah, I can't really think of anything in particular.
Okay, and how long has this been going on? A few weeks? A month or so?
I think it probably got started back around the time when I first brought her to meet the whole family. You and Sawyer were there too, do you remember that?
That was about 2 months ago, wasn't it?
Yeah, that's right, but it doesn't seem to me like it would be related. I remember everyone got along really well that day. But yeah, ever since then I've been kind of concerned about how her attitude has changed.
That is a bit unusual. Do you think it might have something to do with Sawyer?
Sawyer? What about him?
Well, just call it a hunch. Have you talked to Carol about this? You know, have you tried telling her that she seems off lately and ask her what's wrong?
Nah, I haven't been direct with her yet. It's kind of a difficult conversation to have, you know?
Right. Well, as difficult of a conversation as it is, I'm pretty curious about this, so I think I'll look into it myself.
Look into it? What are you gonna do?
Just that. I'm gonna look into it. In the meantime, if you're concerned about her, I think you should be upfront and talk to her. You're getting married soon. You don't want to start off your relationship on the wrong foot, do you? Anyway, I'm gonna have to let you go now. Remember, Drew, I'm on your side. Forever. If there's ever anything you want to talk to me about, you know where to...
What are you doing?
Huh? Well, I think I'm sitting in my seat and waiting for the wedding to start.
Have you forgotten whose wedding this is? It's mine! I thought I made that clear to you. This is my gorgeous, stylish, fancy, luxurious wedding. But you think you can just show up wearing that plain, dull, boring dress? I can't believe you would be so insensitive. Are you trying to ruin the happiest day of my life?
Carol, you're doing it again.
Doing what? Being assertive? Speaking my mind?
Being a jerk and speaking in an incredibly rude way to me.
Excuse me? How exactly am I being rude to you? You think it's rude to speak the plain and simple truth? You are a lame, boring person, and you are wearing a dull, ugly dress. My God in heaven, I just looked out over the room and you stick out like a big, sore pink thumb. Like, how do you even accomplish that? You're so plain and dull that you actually stand out. You are ruining the atmosphere.
Okay, I wasn't expecting an apology, but I doubly didn't expect that you would double down on criticizing me. Have I done something to offend you, Carol?
Don't go making this personal when it's not. All I'm doing is calling it like I see it. And maybe if you would look in the mirror, you'd see that I'm totally right. Look, I'm just gonna come right out and say it. I want you to leave. Oh, but tell Sawyer that he can stay. I only want you gone. A total hottie like him is exactly the kind of attractive, stylish person I want here today. You know, the kind of guy that everyone can look at and feel glad that they came.
Why do you think everyone is going to be looking at my husband during your wedding?
Because I, the bride, say so. I'm the queen today, and I say I want everyone to notice him. But let's be real, Mandy. I know you're pretty dense, but you have to see that he fits in way better here than you do, right?
All that I can see right now is that you're being incredibly rude to me. You continue to cross new lines with every single text.
Again with the rude thing. How am I being rude? It's not rude to call the sky blue or the sun hot, is it? I've tried to be as gentle as possible up until now, but you're just not getting it, so I'm gonna give it to you straight. I want your ugly ass out of my wedding, and I want you to leave your handsome husband behind. Get it now? It's my wedding, and what I say goes. And since you're my guest, it's your responsibility to help make my wedding exactly how I want it.
I guess you're really going to be this way. All right, Carol, if that's what you want, fine. I don't have to put up with this.
No, you're getting it wrong. I'm the one who doesn't have to put up with having an ugly, boring woman in the audience at my wedding. Go put on your uniform and pick up some extra hours at the convenience store you work at, and make sure you show Sawyer to his seat in the front row before you go, okay?
As you wish. I'm leaving.
Don't forget what I said! You go, Sawyer stays.
Goodbye, Carol. I hope you enjoy your wedding.
Mandy, what's going on? I just looked into the chapel again, and none of your family members are there. What happened? Where did they all go?
Well, Sawyer and I left, so I can only imagine that everyone else did the same thing. It must have been confusing for everyone to watch us walking out. They were probably just concerned about what happened to us.
Wait, but that's insane! You're not really gonna let your whole family just walk out like this, are you? The other guests are all going to be super shocked! There's still some time left before the ceremony starts, so call everyone and tell them to come back!
Sorry, Carol, but we're never coming back. You told us to leave, and so we left. The end. I don't see what reason we have to want to come back either. Did you completely forget everything that you've said to me this morning?
Oh, come on. It was just a joke. You didn't have to take it so seriously. If you and your family don't come back here, then I am in big trouble. I'm begging you, please get everyone to come back. And you can come to the wedding too, okay? That will make everything all right again. And if you don't come back, then no one else will.
I hate to break it to you, Carol, but you're wasting your time. No one is coming back. Especially not after they saw the way we left.
But how can you say that? This is your brother's wedding, isn't it? Are you really gonna flake out on your own brother's wedding?
It's odd to be hearing that from you now. After all, you knew it was my brother's wedding when you told me to leave and my husband to stay. What were you thinking, saying something stupid like that to me? I've tried, Carol. I've tried my hardest. I let the past go and did everything I could to get along with you, all because I wanted Drew to be happy.
You let the past go? What past? I don't know what you mean.
I don't doubt that. But whether you realize it or not, you've succeeded in getting me to do something I hate doing most of all. Give up. I'm giving up on you. I'm not gonna try anymore. And this isn't just me. Sawyer's probably angrier at you than I am. So we're going home and staying home.
What? Why is Sawyer mad at me? I'm so confused. Mandy, is everyone really leaving?
They most certainly are, Carol. It's time for you to face the consequences of your heartless words and actions. And I know that my words are wasted on you at this point, so I'm not going to say any more. Goodbye.
Wait, Mandy, don't go! Would you at least tell me what you meant by letting the past go? I really don't get it.
I think you do get it, Carol. At least you should. There's no one who would understand what I mean better than you. I'm talking about you and Sawyer.
Wait, you mean you knew about that? Oh my god, does Drew know too?
I haven't told him yet, if that's what you're asking. But I know that you've been lying to my brother.
Lying? About what?
After I left, you started telling him all sorts of stupid lies about me. You know, like how it was my fault that your wedding is turning into a complete disaster.
But that's not a lie, though. It's just true. Your whole family left after you guys did, so it really is all your fault.
I guess Drew was tempted to believe you were telling the truth for a second. But only for a second. He practically immediately texted me because he sensed there was more to the story than what you were telling him. And it's a good thing he did, because I was able to explain the whole thing. You think that I stole Sawyer from you, don't you?
Well,
I know that you and Sawyer dated a long time ago, and after he dumped you, you were never able to get over him. Yes, that's right. I know that he was the one who dumped you. Your relationship barely even lasted long enough to call it a relationship. He quickly got tired of your self-centered, narcissistic attitude and walked away before things went too far. And it's that part of your past that left you with a fierce, vicious grudge against me, right?
wow, I guess you really do know everything. Okay, well in that case, there's no reason for us to say anything else to each other. Yeah, you're right. I resent you for stealing Sawyer from me, and I have every right to resent you for that. So don't go and add one more item to my list of reasons to hate you, okay? Get back here right now! You already got in the way of my happiness once. Don't ruin my wedding today, too!
I haven't ruined anything. You told me to leave, and so I left. You said it's my responsibility to make your wedding just the way you wanted, right? And another thing, I didn't steal Sawyer from you. He was the one who walked away from you, and that was before I met him, so you don't actually have any legitimate reasons to resent me at all. Sawyer's not your possession, he's his own person. He dated you for a while, then decided he didn't want to date you anymore. Then he met me, decided he wanted to date me, and then decided that he wanted to marry me. And he is totally free to make those decisions. You don't have any justification for resenting me or him for what he did after you two had already broken up.
But yes, I do!
I'm not interested in continuing this conversation anymore. I should have ended it a long time ago. I'm not even the person who you need to be talking to right now. You should be having a very important conversation with Drew. Mom and Dad's house tomorrow. There's something that we need to set straight, and I want everyone to be there for it.
Uh-oh. I take it to mean that this is serious then?
Yes, it's extremely serious, and I'm not going to take it anymore.
Let me guess. This is about Carol, isn't it?
Bingo. I'm having everyone come to Mom and Dad's house tomorrow to tell them all something, and I want you to be there too. There's some very important evidence that I need you to see.
Okay, say no more. I'll be there. But you got me pretty nervous, Mandy. Would you mind telling me what's going on?
I'll just give you the background information for now. After everything happened at the wedding, I understand that you talked to Carol about somehow making your relationship work out. If that's the choice that you want to make for yourself, then I'm not going to get in your way. However, before you make that decision, there is something that you need to know. And again, I have all the evidence I need to back up what I'm going to tell you. I just want to actually say it in front of the whole family. I hope you understand.
Okay, I understand. I know you better than anyone, so I know that if you're talking to me like this, it must be something.
Mandy, I can't believe you. Why would you do that to me? That was uncalled for. That was unfair. Why did you do that in front of your whole family? I don't care if you had evidence that I was trying to get together with Sawyer. You had no right to show that to everyone. I mean, don't you care about Drew at all? How do you think that made him feel?
I don't know. How do you think what you did made him feel?
What I did? What do you mean, what I did?
Come on, Carol. Really now. I think it's time you finally gave up and admitted it. Even after the wedding, you've kept right on sending me all sorts of harassing texts and voicemails. Not only that, you've been following Sawyer around town, too.
I did no such thing. You're so full of it. I didn't do anything wrong at all.
I just showed everyone all the evidence I need to prove that you did do exactly what I'm saying. You're done, Carol. It's over for you. No one is ever going to trust you again. I think this was enough to finally get Drew to open his eyes, too.
You didn't have to do that in front of everyone you know.
Oh, didn't I? You were absolutely desperate to rekindle your relationship with Sawyer. You've been sending both him and me constant texts over the last few days. You even followed him to his office, then waited all day until he left so you could invite him out to drinks. And what I think might be the worst thing of all is how you were telling Sawyer that you think he's a better man for you than Drew. But again, that all ends now. You've been found out. You saw all the evidence I have against you, and so did the rest of the family. You're not going to talk your way out of this, so you can give up trying to deny it or make up any more stupid excuses. We all know the truth.
Okay, well, so what if I did try to get back together with Sawyer? I'm engaged to a guy and I'm starting to have some doubts about our future together. Is that so wrong? Every couple goes through a time like that.
Yeah, but not every bride kicks her sister-in-law out of the wedding, then stalks her ex-boyfriend. Even just the things you did and said at your wedding would be enough reason for everyone to hate you. But that just wasn't enough for you, was it? No, you had to go and step it up a notch. I know that you made a promise to Drew after the wedding got called off. You told him that you would never do anything to betray his trust ever again. You apologized for the way you treated us and swore that you would never try anything funny with Sawyer from that point on. And it didn't even take you a week to go and break every single one of those promises. It's only been a few days. It's clear that you don't feel the slightest bit of remorse.
You want to make this all about me, but try thinking about Drew for once. His own sister just put together an entire investigative report on his fiancée and spilled the beans to the whole family. I can't imagine how humiliating that must have been for him.
What was the humiliating part, Carol? Can you tell me that? Was it the fact that just a few days after your wedding, you were trying to start an affair with your married ex-boyfriend? Or was it that I told him about it? Which do you think was more humiliating? What you've done is an affront to not just me, Sawyer, and Drew, but to this entire family. Drew is finally giving up on you, thank God. But that's not because of what I did or what Sawyer did. It's because of what you did. You're not going to get anywhere by blaming me for this. This whole chain of events started with you and ended with you.
I don't understand why you have to be so mean to me. Drew says he doesn't want to get married to me anymore.
I'm gonna have to borrow your line for this one. All I did was tell the plain and simple truth, Carol. I hope you take this opportunity to think about just how many people you've hurt with your selfish actions.
How am I selfish? You're the one who's taking Sawyer all for yourself.
There you go again. Tell me, Carol, did you realize that Sawyer has blocked your number? He hasn't read any of your texts to him for a while, right? Wake up, Carol! Everyone knows about all the horrible things you did. No one is ever going to trust you again. You even managed to alienate Drew, the one person who was still willing to stand by you after everything. And unless you change your ways, you're going to alienate everyone else in your life until you have absolutely no one left. This is the end, Carol. For real this time. If you ever try to mess with me or Sawyer again, I'm calling the police.
Andy, I can't say enough how sorry I am for what happened. I just can't believe that Carol would actually try and get back together with Sawyer. It's all my fault. If I hadn't brought her to the house that day to introduce her, none of this would have happened.
No, Drew, don't feel that way. You aren't responsible for any of this at all. Just tell me one thing. You can see Carol for what she really is now, right? I've shown you all the texts, voicemails, pictures, videos, voice recordings. You know how terrible she is, right? Please, tell me that you're cutting her off for good.
Absolutely, Mandy. I'm ending things with her once and for all. I feel like such an idiot for ever trusting her. It's almost like she was planning on doing this from the very beginning.
What do you mean?
Well, I was just wondering if the only reason she started going out with me in the first place was because she knew I was Sawyer's brother-in-law. And if that's the case, then she never really cared about me at all. I can't believe I couldn't see what was going on sooner.
Is that what she told you she did?
No, she didn't say that. Not directly, anyway. I just kind of feel like that's the case. I mean, how can that be a coincidence? I got engaged to my sister's husband's ex-girlfriend.
I don't think worrying about it is going to do you any good. It certainly won't clear anything up, or make you feel any better.
Yeah, I guess you're right about that. I don't even know how she would be able to figure all that out. I'll just try not to think about it. Thanks again, Mandy. All the evidence you put together really opened up my eyes.
I'm glad I was able to help. Trust me, you are never going to regret breaking up with Carol. I'm sorry that things ended up this way, though. Like I always say, if you need to talk, you can call me anytime.
I might just take you up on that offer. Well, I guess the first thing for me to do now is start to rebuild my plan for my future.
after the wedding when I had mostly cooled off. But still, she caused a lot of hurt for us, and I can't say that I'm completely over it yet. Carol left town shortly after that, I understand, and she's currently trying to rebuild her life in a new city. After he broke up with Carol, Drew decided that he would fill the void by focusing on his work. As a result, he's earned himself a promotion. I'm really proud of him. He's finally managed to find peace in both his personal and professional life. As for Sawyer, Carol's antics probably caused him the most grief out of any of us. He still brings up that psycho Carol from time to time. Even though he had no intentions of cheating, the very fact that Carol tried to get with him was enough to make him feel guilty. We're at peace, though, and we're treating every day as an opportunity to grow closer together as a family.